Hey, my name is Tony Silvernail. I am the organic transition trainer for the Organic Association of Kentucky. Hey, so what is organic certification? Well, technically, the organic certification is basically following the rules and filling out the forms that are assigned by the National Organic Program. That would be going through the process of developing your OSP, which is your organic systems plan, being inspected and going for reviews. That is technically what organic certification is. And it's a way of giving the consumer a certainty of what you're actually providing for them. So, there's a technical component of that, of yes, that is organic certification, is, abiding by the NOP rules, but it's also sort of validation for a lot of us. Is organic certification right for your farm? Now, this here again, this is a very personal question. Organic farming is not easy. It is a lot more difficult from just a production standpoint. You're not allowed a lot of the resources that are in conventional farmers as far as pesticides. A lot of those are not allowed, but also you're also required to keep records much more than you would do in any conventional. So but it also comes down to like not just that being a possible barrier, but is it right for you, your family? Does this sort of go with your philosophy on how you want to produce and how you want to treat the earth around you? Okay, now we're here to the gist of sort of the organic transition trainer. This is one of the unique programs that Oak offers for its members here in the state of Kentucky. It's a free service that we offer to growers. And what it is, it's essentially you'll contact Brooke at Oak. You'll fill out a form, and then I'll get contacted, and I'll come out and help you develop what's called your organic systems plan. That's the main document, sort of your business plan for your farm. And that's what you would do. But it goes beyond just developing the OSP. It's a matter of I help introduce you, if you're not familiar, with the National Organic Program rules and looking at, how those rules can apply to your unique situation. Here in Kentucky, the main certifier is Kentucky Department of Ag, KDA. The National Organic Program, which is part of the USDA, basically accredits certifiers throughout the United States. KDA obviously is the big one here in this state. EcoCert is another one cert, OFA. You can see them. Oregon Tilth now here is in the state of Kentucky. So those are some certified agencies that are available to the growers. One of the advantages of KDA, it's only 250 per one scope. Scope, when you're referring to production and certification, refers to whether it's a crop, a livestock processing, or wild harvest. Those are the four main scopes that NOP can certify. A little bit more in depth now on some of the things you'd look forward to doing. There's a basic application, and here this is on the KDA website. That's 6 pages, just some general information about your farm. The meat and potatoes of your organic system plan, that's 22 pages, and that's just the form. In addition to that, you'll also have to have maps. You'll have to have your records. You'll have to have your receipts and receipts for purchases and your sales. This is all part of um, what's needed to get certified. Inputs, there are agencies around this country that KDA does accept. There's the OMRI, the Organic Materials Review Institute. That's the main one. And if you see an OMRI sticker on something, you can use it organically. But KDA also, there's some other major um, groups that actually certify products to use in organic production. One's the Washington State Department. I got the logos up there. The Pennsylvania Certified Organic and the California Department of Food and Agriculture. Going back to the farm maps, I always say this is one of the most important first steps when you're developing your OSP. It helps sort of define your working area, your production area, and it also helps you visualize. I'm a visual learner. So if you can visualize your fields and everything like that with something on the screen, and then you can then transfer that knowledge, give that to any reviewers or inspectors. You can sort of define the areas, and then you can start looking at rotations and everything like that. This is something that I will help with as we develop the OSP. Record keeping, I touched upon that. Calendars, some of the plain folk that I've worked with throughout the state, I've had the pleasure of working with, they keep their all their information on calendars. And that's great. It's easy to access, as an inspector, you can go there, see that. Excel documents is sort of what I use. I use a combination of writing it in a calendar, then entering it into Excel. Google Docs and like Mind Map, you're sort of like stepping up your game. You're not just restricted to these. There are a lot of options out there. As long as you can keep good records and then keep them in a fashion that somebody reviewing you can understand. Here's a little bit of some of the stuff that I've done. As far as seeds, you do have to keep a seed inventory. That's also part of your records. And sales. Sales are important because as they go through an inspection, you will be audited, and they will do what's called a mass balance and a trace back. So those are just some of the things to look for, that you will have to have sales and receipts and stuff available. When you're looking at if you can get certified organic, there is a 36 months transition. And if you just move on to land and the previous landowner can verify for you that nothing's been done for like 3, 4, 5 years, you can get what's called a previous land use declaration and have them sign that. And and not all land needs to be certified. If you're on a farm and you do have a split operation, yes, just certify what you're going to be using for organic, and that is allowed. And you can actually run conventional animals on organic land. So there are different variances that allow for like a split operation. And to get started, you get to first to correspond with Brooke Gentile. She's the executive director for Oak. She'll get back with you quickly, and we'll get you on the timeline for working with a transition trainer here in this program. Additional resources, and this is something too that I'll introduce you to as a transition trainer. Join the Oak Network. Please become a member. It's great networking for everybody, getting to see what farmers are around you. You wouldn't believe how much that helps. I mean, not just from a financial, maybe sharing costs, and everything being organic, but also from a psychological, knowing that you're not alone. If you're out in some county and you're thinking you're an organic grower, maybe it's good to know that there's other organic growers. And that's something that the Oak Network can help with. So just follow us on the social media, and questions here again goes back to Brooke, and